social skills, just a very simple idea. And that is honestly that, well, people feel what you have to say more than what they hear what you have to say. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I want to kind of throw the idea out there that with social skills, right, either you're in their reality or they're in your reality. You know, there is, when you're in a relationship with someone, you're sharing a reality, which is really beautiful, but it's really important to look after yourself and your own reality when you're connecting with someone, which is what you feel, what you want, what you love. You can be the most confident person and then be sucked into lack of confidence by speaking to someone who's not confident if you don't maintain your own confidence while talking to that person. So, and thank you for everyone who's joining in already. It's really nice to see everyone jumping in. There will be no YouTube video this week. I did release one and then I took it down for reasons. So you'll get something fun next week. But for this week, for right now, I just want to talk about emotional transference. You know, it's what you feel is what's most important. Because if you don't allow yourself to feel what you want to feel, then other people won't feel that with you. If you're too afraid to feel sad, you'll be afraid to feel sad. If you're too afraid to feel happy, you won't feel happy. But, so it's kind of like, how do I say this? Let's talk about social skills in terms of relationships, some more intimate relationships. Because if you want someone to like you, and you're not worried about them not liking you, then what's going to happen is that's going to transfer to them. They're going to realize that you're someone worth liking, someone worth having feelings for, if you're in alignment with that. If you're afraid of that, if you're afraid of expressing yourself, if you're afraid of communicating, then what will happen is you'll transfer that fear to them. They will fear that fear. They will feel that fear through that. This is why, hi Amber, hey. This is why often I think it's really important when we're talking to people. It's like, especially when you're communicating with other people, just in general, it's like, are you in abundance or are you in lack? Are you in giving or are you in taking? Because if you're in taking mode, people will feel that you take for them. You know, I like the example, you can always ask someone out. But you can ask someone out from a needy place or you can ask someone out from an abundant place. One will give, one will take, and people will feel what you have to say more than what they hear what you have to say. So it's like right now, I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is how it works. You feel my conviction. I don't ever do these live videos unless I'm in that state of conviction, because otherwise it'll come across as weird. It won't be full. Or that's when I cut videos short, because I'm like, I'm just not in the right state of mind for this. But for this, it's really interesting because this always forces me into a conscious state, to be conscious of my feelings and to maintain and to work on my feelings and to really be in touch with that, because I know that when I'm in touch with my own feelings, other people can be in touch with me. And it's the same thing with you. When you're in touch with your feelings, other people can be in touch with you. When you're in touch with your wants, other people can want you. When you're in touch with your desires, other people can desire you. When you're in touch with your power, other people will find power in you. When you're in touch with your anxieties, other people will be anxious around you. When you're in touch with your anger, other people will be angry around you. You know? And sometimes we can get sucked into other people's worlds. We can get sucked into other people's worlds when they're so angry, they force us to feel our anger. But that's okay, because sometimes we need that. We need that to get thrown off our horse so we can get back on it. Because every time you're in a dark place and you're practicing strength in darkness, you become more stronger. And so transference, emotional transference, is the simple idea that when we're talking, when we're communicating, when we're expressing, when we're loving, when we're sharing, all these things are things that we will communicate through the feelings that we feel as we communicate it. So what I find is a really good rule to have is that if you're in a dark place, don't bother communicating, because you're just going to contaminate the relationships that you're in. If you're in a happy place, communicate like all hell. As I find people are more in touch with who they are, they naturally spend more time with people. It's because it's more easier to be around people. We share, we connect with people a lot easier, but we're in a darker place. When we're in a sadder place, we're in a needier place. Action won't get you anywhere, because action will be the kind of thing that you will transfer that neediness. You'll transfer that pain to other people, and then either that person loves pain or they'll run away from being with you. Yeah, so what I find here, if you want like a call to action, if you want something to do after this video or something to think about until tomorrow's video, which is going to be about compliments, about how to actually compliment someone a bit better. What I want you to do is feel what it's like to just be happy. Feel what it's like to get everything you want in life. Feel what it's like to have friends who love you. Feel what it's like to have an abundance of people. Feel what it's like to be confident. Because when you feel it, other people will eventually start to feel it as well. And when you feel it and you allow yourself to feel it, one of the most beautiful things is when, it's the transference. When you feel confident, other people feel confident talking to you. And you know what? People want to feel confident. So when they feel confident talking to you, they'll probably spend more time with you. When you feel loved, other people feel loved talking to you, and they'll give you more love, and you'll create a deeper love together as you both share the love that you already have. But it won't happen unless you're already feeling love, or you're in a state of love before you try and express it to someone else. When you're in a place of lack of love, when you're in a place of, oh my God, this is going to not work, everything you will do, everything you will communicate will be in alignment for that lack of love, and you will crash the plane before you've even taken off. It's like thinking, oh no, but I'm not going to be able to get the plane's not any fuel in it, and you haven't fueled up the plane, so the plane can't take off. So when you give yourself love, when you make yourself feel what love is like, when you allow yourself to feel it deeper, in whatever that means, I often find just taking some time out to feel it and to just be with it. And the interesting thing is when you're with it once, it becomes one of those things you want to be with it constantly. And so it starts off with you being in situations where you don't feel loved or you don't feel friends, but to feel friends or to feel like you've got social skills or people in your life when you're in the darkest place, that is where you create the strongest, most powerful abundance. That is what you created. I remember there's a period of life where I decided I just want to go out a lot by myself. And it was funny because when I went out by myself, I realized actually how many friends I had. I felt so lonely in the bar until I realized I wasn't alone. I was around people. And you don't register that unless you don't allow yourself to practice being strong. Just your emotional state is what matters the most. You just care about your emotional state and everything else flows from that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lot harder. Everyone thinks it's harder. It's not. Yeah, so that was this live video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to work with me one-on-one, go to loveonmyterms.com. It's one of those things that even if we do one free coaching call, because everyone gets one, I find we have such a profound shift in people's lives. And if you're watching a video like this, you're definitely going to get some value out of it. I don't approve everyone, so you have to apply. And if you want to check out my 7-day self-love course, go to 7dayselflovecourse.com. It's 7 days for experiencing a deeper and richer self-love. If you want to experience what the hell I'm talking about, check that out. It's only $7. So thank you so much for watching this video. As I said before, there's going to be no YouTube video this week. Thank you so much, and I will check in tomorrow for more social skills mini course. And please, I'm going to sneeze. And please comment any topics and ideas and things that you want to learn about next week when we do another mini course. Thank you so much.